They were my best friends growing up. The black can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you bag it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy.
Hello there.
I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff, guys, if you want...
Stop. Nope. Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff, guys, if you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. Let's jump right into it. And of course, again, I forgot to say, we are also on Pandora. Shit, I gotta get used to that, man.
That's tough.
I gotta get used to that, man. What's going on?
Woo! We're trudging on through December. Damn, December's stacked, bro.
December's stacked,
bro.
but we're trudging.
You know how crazy? You know how stacked December is, bro? I'm
How
getting
stacked?
3 paychecks this month.
3
paychecks.
Damn.
That's how crazy December is.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. I get to stack 3 paychecks this month.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
You see what I'm saying? So that sets me up for the new year pretty nice. You know, like I get pre-bills, Christmas gifts, post-bills. You know what I'm saying?
When you get your paycheck and 80% of it has to go
Dog.
to bills.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Shit. Nah, it's crazy because
That's what it is.
because inflation is running rampant. You know, the price on chips are going up, and it's just
That's
amazing.
crazy. You showed me that shit.
It's just
yesterday.
amazing to me how when you look at the party size used to be the regular size, and the regular size didn't even exist. It's the same. You what?
Wait, what do they call it again?
It's family size, party size, and then regular.
I think they call it like sizeflation or something like that. I think you hit the button.
I did.
Yeah.
No,
You
I hit
what? No, you lightly tapped it.
Oh, okay. So we got a little background.
Baby tap.
Yeah.
Oh, baby tap.
So yeah, man. So they're like, oh yeah, price is increasing. We get an email saying price is increasing on chips again. So you're telling me this 7-ounce that used to be this 18-ounce
It's so whack.
is now.
It's so whack.
I mean, what are they gonna make mini sizes for the chips? This is fucking nuts.
I think I saw a video on it last night.
What was it talking about?
Like how it's the major companies, like the main companies.
Of course.
I think they're called like market setters or market leaders or something like that.
Yeah.
Since they control a majority of the market, if they increase their prices, like everyone else has to increase their prices.
Yeah, I noticed that because then they won't be making a profit off of it, which I get that.
Right.
But it's like,
Right.
who gets screwed in the long run?
They don't care.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
They never cared. What?
Yeah, it is what it is.
You what? Oh, man, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. What's the hope for next year, man?
The hope, I mean, I think we talked about it briefly.
In terms for the economy, though.
Economy?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get a reset because I know like a couple of days ago that Elon's already releasing his Tesla bots.
Oh, you seen that? Oh my god.
Sensational.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So basically, I'm gonna just pay that robot to work for me, and then I just pay the monthly payments, you know. And then he's already talking about Neuralink, which is gonna be only $10,000 to install in your brain, but it's gonna cost the insurance companies.
Okay. Can we add a
$40,000.
disclaimer that we are not Elon knob gobblers?
You
Listen. You know what I'm just
I don't know
saying?
what you're talking
Because
about.
like I know we talk about Elon, but it's just he's doing the crazy shit we wanted in the '90s.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's pretty fucked up. I know. It's very fucked up. But, like, he's doing the crazy shit we wanted in the 90s. So, like, when I see a Tesla bot, I immediately think of... But this
Power
was
Rangers.
No, not Power Rangers.
iRobot.
No. Sonny.
iRobot. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, iRobot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Controlled by a central system. When the quantum
Dog.
computer comes to life, it will be controlled by a central
Dog,
system.
what they did with the hands, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
Like, I don't care how weird it walks.
It's not even
but
that.
just
It's that's
dexterity.
that's
That's how I know it's a robot.
But that's the thing. That's Gen 2. Imagine if they get to Gen 5. It'll be walking like a human.
What is he? What did he call the project?
Optimus.
Optimus, and then
Yes.
he names them like
He named Gen 1 Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
So he's naming them after like Autobots.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so he's eventually telling you that your car might transform.
But you know what this reminds me of though? The movie Robots. You want to know
Yes.
why? Because it's like
So what happened to all the
the
humans?
competition between a lot of these tech companies. It's like it's beautiful in the way that there's not just one way to build a robot.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have to be that.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you see Boston Dynamics and what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're building like rugged, multi-dimensional robots
Yeah.
that can like really take on the elements. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you look at Tesla and he's building a robot that can just do one repetitive, mundane task.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And usually that involves hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, hey man, I don't know. I think
and-
it's pretty cool.
And we had a conversation too where it was like, oh yeah, the military's gonna come, but you're like, he's not into the whole military contract thing, so it's not gonna
Right.
be for them. Even if they do come at him with a lot of money, he is.
It would
already-
have to be like through a secondary market.
Yeah, because he's already a billionaire. Or if they do just take one of the roles.
Think about it. Tony Stark, right?
Yeah, black market.
You think Tony exactly? You
Black
think
market.
Tony was directly selling his weapons
No,
to terrorists
no,
and shit
but
like that?
he saw that.
No.
That people bought them and then
Sold them. To,
So if
come on,
if terrorists
bro.
could get a hand on the robot, they're gonna
Right.
unless he makes it unprogrammable, because he's very intelligent.
We got hella hackers in the
yeah,
world, bro.
yeah, I figured.
We got motherfuckers in the world, bro. Come on,
I
man.
figured.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough because once you bring something into the world, you also have to accept responsibility for the evil that is coming.
Oh yeah, for sure. And,
You know what I'm
and he
saying?
knows what's coming, but he's gonna continue.
It's
it.
the same thing with
It's-
AI people.
It's like progress.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Progress.
but that's the thing. The
I don't
future,
know.
the future progress continues
It's
to
just
move.
acceleration, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it continues to move forward regardless of what you want from it or
But
anything.
why do we feel that we have to be
We have to evolve.
this? Right.
Because it's
Why,
it's
though?
like when they say if a store or a company doesn't evolve with the time, what happens? They end up dying, crashing, failing, and all that stuff.
But
like that.
why? Why? Who's forcing that evolution? It's fake. It's manufactured.
Of course, but it's happening though. New technology comes out every 6 months to a year.
For what?
Don't know. Like, what is the end goal? Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, we write the script and then be like, if we don't reach there, it's like the 3-year-old or no, the 6-year-old you. If I don't get to the stop sign in 10 seconds, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Like,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you speed real
Right.
fast and all that stuff like that. It's like you're still gonna make it to the stop sign
You're still
regardless if
gonna-
you run or not.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this false sense of, oh, we need to advance, we need to evolve,
Yeah.
and in that effort to do that, you get bullshit, and then they start throwing away like humanity to achieve that goal. You see
Of
what
course,
I'm saying? Like,
that's essentially what the goal is.
like we sacrifice so much, and we're like, okay, once we get that, it's worth the sacrifice. But is it really worth it though? You see what I'm saying?
Well, they're not gonna realize that until it's too late.
It's always too late,
Of
yeah.
course.
That's the thing. That's the shit that sucks. Anytime we realize there's a problem, it's because it's too late.
Yeah.
No one's ever using that foresight, and even when we do, it's like now, right? We know inevitably.
Inevitability.
No, inevitably.
Inevitably, yeah.
Yeah, what AI is going to become.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
the dangers of what AI is going to bring.
Death.
You know what I'm saying? Right. The end goal is just death, end of whatever, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Singularity, whatever you
Terminator,
want.
whatever you want to call it. Yes.
Yet we're still going towards it because we have this idea, oh yeah, we can control it.
Exactly. And I think that's what it is.
But it's sad.
The false-
Because like you think You think, okay, maybe there's like a level of IQ or intelligence
Uh-huh.
or like understanding in every level of society where we would understand, hey, we can't control this.
It's the false sense of control.
That's tough.
That's the thing. It's like you saying I want to control every aspect of my life, but then you need to also understand is you can't do that because you never know what's gonna happen the next day, unless you got like foresight. But then again, that's insane.
Okay, but even if you have foresight, that's gonna reinforce your
Yeah, that's so
feeling
Raven.
of control.
That's so Raven. Like it's even though
Do you
she,
understand what I'm
even though she
saying?
knew she could see the future, what happened?
Right.
The future still ended up happening.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you can see it. That doesn't mean you can control it because regardless, the outcome will always lead to that singular point of what happened.
Unless you just completely change course.
It doesn't matter if you change course; it'll still lead you to that point.
So are you saying, so if we're gonna scale this back up to the grand scheme of what we're talking about, are you just saying it's just inevitable for life or intelligent species to just want to become computers?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking dumb. That's dumb. Why?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Because remember, the biggest fear that the biggest fear that
roaches. Oh yeah, that's our main goal. We need to become roaches, guys.
not just that, but the biggest.
What's up, Vic?
Hey, what's up, Vic? Oh, roaches. Yeah, the biggest fear that a lot of humanity has is death.
Right.
They can't accept it. So what can we do? Work on CRISPR. Work on robotics. They're gonna take either or. We can either figure out a way to regenerate ourselves so we can stay young forever, or we can meld with machines so we can.
I
Live
think
forever.
that's stupid. I think the latter is dumb. I think melding with machines is the dumbest thing
Cyborg.
ever. Do you want to know why, Jeff? Space hates machines.
I know it doesn't work.
It hates machines.
It doesn't
bro.
work.
And I feel like biology, like actual biology,
Mhm.
cellular, whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
carbon-based life, whatever. That
Yeah.
type of biology is the best type of machine that's ever been created
I get you.
in the universe. That is the universe's natural robot. You understand the infinite knowledge of the universe,
Mhm.
right? And it's all in splendor or whatever. All the elements that it's comprised of created us. We're just biological machines, like literal, like fleshy machines.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what
We're
I'm
the
saying?
most
So
advanced
why
computer
not
ever, yeah.
advance on that instead of melding with a fucking robot that's less than?
But that's what I'm saying. There's because when I'm watching the Science Channel with you and all that stuff like that, they're always talking about CRISPR and how they can put it together with DNA to get rid of the diseases, the cancers,
Right.
and all that stuff.
Rewrite
like that.
DNA to.
Exactly. What were we watching the other day that you were talking about?
Hey Jeff, the fact that Jeff hasn't watched the vid I sent him is outlandish. Bro, Vic, you know we live together, right? So if he has a video you sent him, I'm probably gonna see it.
And I saw it. I just didn't understand it. That's why I texted you and asked you what the 3 thing meant.
Yeah, 3T.
3TG.
3TG.
And then he sent it. Yeah, we watched it.
We watched it.
So
That's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they're so focused on CRISPR because they understand if we can figure out cellular regeneration, then that's it. Humans no
well,
longer.
FDA is about to approve 9 gene therapy drugs
Exactly, and they're starting
to fight blood diseases
Yep,
and disorders.
And they're starting human trials. Yeah, exactly.
No, the human trials are done. That's why
Or
it's seeking FDA approval.
What's the name of that thing that you had me watch where it can remove the defect in your DNA and replace it?
Yeah, it's CRISPR.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They're about to approve that.
Right.
So it's like
Right. Gene therapy.
So it's like who's gonna win the race first? The machines?
We are. We just. It's.
Shit.
Come on, man.
It's nuts.
Biology. Biology.
Yeah.
It's the most perfect machine. It's the most perfect machine.
Sensational.
You can't, like, there's nothing we will ever create that will compete with it.
No, of course not. I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, unless you want to say AI, but I don't know. There's something AI lacks that a natural
Of course, exactly. And
machine Like an AI is not gonna have instinct.
Because regardless of
You see what I'm saying?
if believers to non-believers, the one thing that they always say is this thing doesn't have a consciousness or a soul.
Or a
Because
soul.
Everybody has a different wording for
Right.
it, but essentially it's the same thing.
Right.
So if you're religious, you're gonna say a soul. If you're non-religious or agnostic or whatever, you're gonna say a consciousness
or spirit
or a spirit or
something.
whatever you
Right,
believe
right,
in.
right,
And
right.
essentially that's what it is. So they're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna have a lifeless robot that doesn't have
It's simulating
exactly.
everything.
And that's why I'm gonna kind of feel bad for kids that are born in those artificial wombs, because even if the DNA is coming from the mom and the
Do
dad,
you think we'll actually get there?
they're already working on it, sir. You see
No,
the
no,
smile.
no. I'm like, for real. Like, you don't think there's no ethics? Like, we're just gonna fuck ethics. Test tube babies.
It depends.
You know what? Fuck it. We are the test tubes.
Yep.
And you know what? Let me not even say that, because you know what's gonna end up happening if we start doing baby gene editing and shit like that.
Mhm.
You know who this is gonna affect the most?
Don't they already do that in other countries because it's illegal in the United States? Where you can physically make your baby a boy or a girl, change the eye color, choose the height, all that stuff like that.
I'm not sure. I know the only time I heard something about that was in China when the guy
Yeah, that's what I was talking
with the
about.
twins.
Yeah,
But other than that, like, he's a fugitive. He's an international fugitive.
because he did that.
like,
He's like, it's possible
no,
on the run
those kids have to be quarantined their entire lives now.
because they don't consider them humans. Oh no!
See?
Are you serious?
No. We're entering a weird
Oh my
space,
God.
sir.
Are you
We're
serious?
entering a weird space. We're entering a
No
weird
fucking
space.
way, Jeff. Really?
Okay,
That sucks. Did he give him superpowers?
they need to be monitored. See,
For the
who am I?
rest-
Who am I? Who am I? I'm nobody.
For the
They
rest
don't
of their
need to
lives?
be anything. Who am I? Who am I?
That's
to
not in
decide
existence,
the
man.
fate of these people, of these children. But what I will say is,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. That's tough. That's where ethics comes in. Because it's like, they now have a defect where a specific gene that's supposed to shut off their brain growth is not there. So their brains are just going to exponentially grow until their skulls fucking...
Explode. And that's why they're monitoring them?
Yeah, to study, like, this will provide information of what happens when you fuck up. Right?
Damn, you got created
Right?
just to be experimented.
That's
on.
crazy. I know. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But like, they were forced into existence
That's
because of a mad scientist, I
They
guess.
wanted to try to see what he can
Right.
do with what
That's why
he's
it's an
got.
international crime.
Damn.
That's why he's an international fugitive. You know what I'm saying? He was condemned by every science,
By humanity.
by humanity. Because, like, why would you do that? That's why we don't clone motherfuckers.
Except for
You know what I'm
dogs.
saying? Yeah, except for, you know, see? But it's like, what is a soul?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Ethics. It always goes back to it.
Right.
I feel it.
Right.
I feel it.
You know?
Yeah.
So with AI and CRISPR, we can artificially test things on not animals, on
Gotcha.
not people,
Gotcha.
you know? So I guess they can work in tandem, but like, I don't like the whole cyborg android. I think it's dumb.
Fusion mix. Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
If you can reprogram the human body to like regenerate cells, like insane, like we could live in space.
Yeah, like our body adapts.
Right. Imagine if you could, whatchamacallit, like, make it so the human body can produce its own oxygen.
Yeah.
I don't know if, what is that called? Anaerobic respiration? I don't know. Something like that. Where it's like, we can produce our own oxygen. And that means we can hold our breath longer.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Or we don't need to breathe. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think that's cooler if we go the biological route, where we edit and mess.
Yeah, that'd be nice because we can adapt to every single
Right.
environment.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's closer to, I guess, a natural evolution because it's still playing within the boundaries
than
of,
it would be if it were nano
of
or
biology.
robotic.
Right.
I got you. No, that
Versus
makes sense.
robotic because
That
it's
makes
like, I don't know. I don't know. I think something organic and inorganic like that it just wouldn't mesh well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It
No,
just
I
wouldn't
feel it.
mesh well.
No, I feel it.
Like, I'd rather have, like, anamorph motherfuckers than, you know,
Bone breaking.
yeah, motherfuckers who could, like, super strong people for no reason, like cyberpunk or something like that.
Gotcha.
I think
Gotcha.
that'd be outlandish. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, especially if you have to keep taking medicine just so the thing
Right.
doesn't reject
Right,
your
because
body.
your body's gonna keep rejecting it.
Yep. Because it's like it's a foreign object, so I'm gonna send cells to attack it
Because essentially,
because I don't know what it is.
you're looking at it two ways, right? Either become the most complete organism to ever exist, like cell. Your cell. You're the most super perfect organism to ever exist. You can adapt to anything.
Anything, yeah.
Anything infinitely, or we just upload our brains into the ether.
That's another way of looking at it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because you want to go the cyborg route, right? What does that entail? Eventually, we're just going to become full robots. And
Yeah.
then once we're tired of being robots,
We
fuck
are
it.
Borg.
We just upload our consciousness.
We'll assimilate the universe.
Right. Yeah, this is lame. That's lame. That's not fun. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's true.
That's such a boring evolution. Like, if I had to choose, it'd be more of the biological route. Like, imagine you could, like, speak to fucking trees and shit.
Oh, that'd be different.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Because they each have a story to tell.
Right.
Especially if they live for a long
You know what
time.
I'm saying? Like, what? What if you could communicate with the microbiomes that exist beneath your feet or some shit like that?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. You can manipulate the roots of a tree like a fungus does. You know? But nope. Motherfuckers want a mechanical toothbrush that comes out of their arm like Inspector Gadget or some shit. Like, that. Like on some bullshit. On some lame ass.
No, I feel it, man.
You
I
know?
feel it.
Like, the technology when it comes to, like, everything else, cool, but applying it to ourselves, I don't know. I just think that's lame. That's unimaginative.
Yeah.
I would want to be able to, like, biologically evolve. You know what I'm saying? Let's make us smarter or help us tap into different frequencies or allow us to see different wavelengths so we can understand the nature of reality on different levels.
No, I feel it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine if we could like, we're observing an object, but we can switch through all spectrums of light to completely understand how that object is interacting with space. You know what I'm saying? Versus build a fucking machine and then now your computer brain has to interpret what the image and light cells are interpreting into numbers and all that. And it's
All
like,
that extra
yeah,
stuff that
it's
you don't wanna
lame
worry
because
about,
it's like okay, I see it, but
damn evolution.
right, that's lame.
Yeah. No, I feel it.
That's
no, but I
lame.
agree because it'd be.
I want to see shit.
It'd be interesting to go the biological route, especially if your body can adapt, like
Right.
like in Darwin's book, it like fly around the world, go through space,
Right.
breathe underwater. I
Right.
mean, explore
Ooh,
areas.
fucking
Your body changes.
Avatar.
Yeah, your body changes pressure, so you can go to the depths of the ocean without
Exactly.
getting
Increase your
crushed.
bone density, your
Yep.
muscle mass.
Yep.
You know, like shift your organs around or some shit. Like, I don't fucking know. Animals can do it.
Yep.
Don't we have the genes of every animal on the planet? They're just like they're just locked. We just need to activate them. You can activate them and deactivate them. You know, just take a CRISPR shot with the genes you want to activate, and then it activates the genes that you want.
Yep.
And then you go and do whatever you need to do. And then once you're done, all right, back to human. We're back to good.
Yeah. No,
You
I
know?
feel it, man. I feel it.
And then by then, we're not even worrying about cancer or any type of
Well, again, too,
sickness or disease.
Again, too, the CRISPR cell is just gonna
Right.
get rid of the
Right.
defective cell and then continue to
Right.
Accelerate. So
You
no,
know
I
what
feel
I'm
it.
saying?
No, I feel it.
Like you're constantly getting a replenish of fresh brain cells.
Mhm.
You know, like what?
So
Ah.
people can actually choose to enjoy their lives
Right.
for real, and instead of saying, "Oh, I gotta have kids because I'm gonna die. I gotta do this. I
Right.
gotta do that," and it's like,
Right.
I got you. No, I feel it.
Actually live in existence.
Yes.
What?
Without having to worry about
Right.
a time limit on that existence.
Right. Just
So,
live.
No, I feel
You
it.
know, not calculate. I don't give a fuck. Like what? What am I gonna calculate? Now we're robots. What am I calculating now?
How to bench
Now I
press
don't
time.
need to eat. That sucks. I don't need to sleep. That sucks.
Yeah, I like sleeping.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what is humor? If all I'm gonna be doing is calculating. That's the end goal, to calculate shit.
Yeah.
What?
No, be like Brainiac.
That's
Assimilate.
lame. That's lame.
Be like Brainiac.
Assimilate and do what? And think
and then die.
and think.
No, he's like,
That's crazy.
Remember, he's like, when I finish assimilating the entire universe, then I can turn off myself.
And think.
Yep.
Oh, that's tough.
Assimilate and die.
That's tough. That's tough.
Sensational.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tech outside of the vessel,
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
it. I feel it.
You want to have flying car, hoverboards, teleportation, cool. But don't invade this. This is the most complete robot you're ever gonna
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. It's
It doesn't get more complete than this.
That's why it's hard to copy it.
Right. Exactly. The most advanced computers trying to replicate this. You know? So,
Yeah, I feel it.
hey.
Mm.
I could do that.
Mm.
Bicentennial man type shit.
Yeah, that's different.
That's different, man.
1,000 years just to become human.
Right. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
He didn't even want to be a robot.
He didn't even want
wanted
to be a
human.
robot. He wanted to be human.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I like stories like what was it, the Q? You know, the alien invasion thing. Because that was a humanity that used technology, not become technology. But they explained one version of humanity that became technology. Exactly.
I got you.
They only got so far until the Q came and smashed them.
And smash them. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then used them.
Made them clean up their shit.
No, that's the cubes. The meat cubes. The meat cube.
Oh, man.
Yep, that was crazy.
No, that was. No, but the other day I had to renew my my food license. You know,
Ooh.
that was a crazy thing. I'm not a chef, but my job requires it because I'm in management. Even though I barely deal with food, but
That man said, "I'm not a chef."
I'm not a chef. But you know, it was funny because the instructor was like, "Please do not take the test and then quit your job because."
Go open up a whole fast food chain. What?
Exactly. That was the crazy part. It was funny to me that shit. She
Paid for your whole.
She's like, I'm like, that didn't even go through my mind, but now that you said that, maybe I can do it. Cause
Paid for your whole.
yeah, because you're taking the food certification for the state, the entire United States. So she literally said, it doesn't matter where you go, your certification will be valid. So please don't leave your job. I'm like, why would you tell us that? How do you know we're not dedicated?
Bruh. Wait, okay, so what level do you have to be to take a food safety?
There's no level.
So anyone can just go and take it?
Yes.
So I could be a bagger and go take this bitch.
Oh no! Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant like outside of my job.
What? I'm starting a scheme.
No.
What?
You have to be at least in management.
Okay,
Because
that's what I was about to say.
Team leaders don't even take it.
Dog, because
So,
I'd be like, damn,
yeah.
boy.
So even team leaders don't even
Publix
take
a one-stop shop to a
Yep.
food truck, bro.
Yeah. And then you start your own Publix Publix portable deli, and then
It's crazy.
it's like I still work for Publix, so technically I'm not.
I'm not worried.
I'm just using your name.
I'm just using. Nah, you get boy. They breaking your whole bank account.
Immediately.
They season all.
Nah,
this
he's
shit.
like immediately leave.
Immediately leaves. Immediately leaves.
Because it's a state license certified, and the questions come from 3,000 different establishments.
Damn.
So they all put together everything. So not only grocery stores, but food chains, all that stuff like that. So all the rules that we do in our store apply to real life.
Right.
So that's the only reason why when we're putting in our certification, it asks for the last four digits of our social, our home address, all that stuff like that. Because even if we leave, we will still
You'll still be certified.
So yeah, so at the end we will sit in we sat in a 6-hour class, and then we take a test at the end. Test is based off of points, not percentages. So some questions will be worth 2, others will be worth 4, others will be worth 6. So you need at least a 75 to pass, and as soon as that, you have a excuse me, a certification license.
You what?
That was so yeah. That water hit.
Boy, that shit.
Yeah, that water hit good. So you must at least have a certification license in order to be in management. If you don't, you have 3 more times to take the test until you can pass it. If you don't pass it, then you're gonna have to step down.
Damn, they say it.
Send them back to the KFCs.
Oh, Jamiroquai.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
He said demoted, nigga. What the fuck?
if
You can't make a sandwich? Oh man.
proper way. So
That's
it's like
crazy.
and she said too that because she gave us a packet, she's like all the questions are random. They're not the same. It's not like she hands it. We have to break the seal. We have to open it up, and all the questions are put in different order. So you can't look at the person's paper, which is why she's like, oh, the reason why you guys can sit next to each other is because every question is random. None of them are the same. So if he puts A for an answer and I put A for an answer, my answer might be wrong and his might be right.
Y'all looking stupid.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly. So, but no, it's like most of the questions was literally time, temperature, hot holding, cold holding, how many hours it takes to bring something that has a core temperature of 135 to 70, and then from 70 to 41. And if you can't get it within those 6 hours, you have to toss it out. It's just asking specific questions like
Wait, you gotta throw the whole test out? So if you don't finish, you
no. I'm talking about food.
Oh, okay.
Food.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say you're making chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So the core temperature of chicken, because it's different from beef, ground beef.
I mean, you just throw that bitch on the asphalt. Like 30 minutes, we good.
Well, the core temperature of ground beef is supposed to be 155.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you have to maintain a heat, especially if it's in like a heated oven, hot hold to 135. Okay. But if it's a cold hold, the core needs to be 155, meaning if you stick it in the thickest part, you stick your thermometer 2 inches in the thickest part of the chicken, and the core temperature has to be. Yeah, I know. I remember the most randomest shit ever. So that's what she said. She has to say you have to stick it 2 inches in the thickest part of the chicken, and then it has to read the temperature of 155. But if it's a cold hold, it has to go from 155. It has to go from 135 to 70, and from 70 to 41. Okay. If it doesn't get, and you have 6 hours. So if it goes from 135 to 70, that has to be within 2 hours. If the 2 hour mark passes, you gotta throw it out. But if it makes it before the 2 hour mark at 70, then you go from 70 to 41 within the last 4 hours. If it doesn't do that within 6 hours, you have to toss it out.
Damn.
There's so much shit that goes on.
Damn.
And of course, they talked about safety, chemicals, E. coli, all that stuff like that. Shigella, all the bacterial stuff that. So it's just things.
Yeah, that's the doodoo virus.
Yeah, the doodoo virus.
When people don't be washing their
nasty
ass.
dingleberries. And there was even explained the part about washing hands where it was talking about if a coworker is working, are they supposed to wash their hands
every time?
Sometimes,
all the time.
Are they supposed to wash their hands
all the time?
And there was even steps. There was even a question with steps on the correct way to wash your hands.
All the time.
Like they asked us the most craziest random
nope.
questions.
I get 1st-degree burns when I wash my hands. Absolutely. Yep. Pour rubbing alcohol, light that bitch on fire, flambe the germs.
Oh man.
What the hell?
Nah, Jeff, you stupid. But yeah. So, but it was just things like that, man. But it was just funny because the first thing she said was "Don't leave," and then she was just showing us how to how the cross contamination, like they're showing a picture of a guy cutting raw chicken and then cutting the tomatoes, and then they're like, what is the correct way to do it? And they're like, cut the tomatoes first, wash the knife, and then cut the chicken. Don't cut the chicken and then start cutting the tomatoes.
That's crazy.
And the reason why they don't use wooden floors in food areas or carpet is because wood absorbs.
More mold and oil.
Yeah,
and
it
fat
absorbs.
and
Yeah,
grease.
wood absorbs. That's how come when all our wooden utensils, I boil them with soap because I know it'll since it's inside the wood. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to boil your.
You gotta boil your wood utensils if you guys didn't know that. But yeah, it was just a little thing like that. Certifications are good for 5 years. I did it when I got promoted at 27. Now I had to renew it again. So that this year was the 5-year mark. So I went ahead and did it. Hopefully I pass. If I don't, then c'est la vie.
That's crazy. Hey, you come work at Amazon with me.
Hey man, I don't mind. I'll be able to get down to 194.
I'm dead.
Too much muscle.
I'm
probably
dead.
get the
Nah, you be scaring the neighbors. Your big ass running up the stairs.
There'll be earthquakes. Everyone's be like,
Oh my god! Just coming up the stairs, bro. Here's your package, ma'am. Delivery. Boom!
scary people.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit, man.
What
Yeah,
the
man.
fuck?
That's nuts.
God, that'd
But,
be crazy.
no, man, but it was a good experience. I haven't been in that class in a while because I know my certification, my CPR training is coming, and I hope it's in Naples and not in Port Charlotte again. So my CPR training is in March.
Jeff, if you have to give me CPR, don't. I feel like you collapse my chest. Bam! He's dead. Flatlined immediately.
Well, they said if we don't hear ribs break, we got to keep going. Yeah, your ribs have to break. They have to.
I'm good though.
What are you talking
I'm good,
about?
though.
I can't get to your heart.
I'm good though.
That's how come. Look, I'm
good.
gonna tell you something. That's how come every time I'm watching a movie and I'm seeing the people doing the chest compressions, I'm like, that's bullshit. The ribs didn't break.
I'm good though. I'm good as
You're
shit.
not gonna die.
I'm good as fuck.
I just gotta break the ribs.
I'm good as fuck.
I gotta pump your heart,
Nope.
man.
Nope.
I ain't Wolverine. I can't just like
Nope.
and put my hand in your heart and start pumping.
It's over. You break my ribs, it's over.
It's
I'm,
not
I'm
over.
done for the rest of my life.
What are you talking about?
Yep,
You'll
so-
heal.
No,
just
it's not gonna be the same.
It's just gonna take a minute.
No.
And by law, you cannot sue me.
Exactly. I'm gonna end up with a bird chest or some concave shit. What the fuck?
Then
Nah,
I'm just
bro.
gonna be like, fuck no.
No.
I ain't doing this
Let
shit.
me die.
Mm.
What?
Why?
Why do you have to dismember me to save my life? Nah, I'm good.
No, it'll heal. It'll just take 6 to 9 months. What?
6 to 9 months to heal when I can die immediately.
No. We
Nope.
you got
I'm right there.
You gotta stay alive to pay bills, man. You ain't getting
To
out.
pay the bills. What the fuck?
Mhm.
What the fuck?
Plus, they're gonna need you to work the next day.
That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy,
Yep.
ain't it?
Yep, that is
Like,
crazy.
yeah. Poppin' Addy.
I need you to pay bills, sir. Poppin' Addy. Come to work, please.
Yeah. No, but that, like I said, that was the experience, so that was interesting. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we are getting closer to the end of the year. We started our Christmas ad at work, so it's going to be busy. People are almost done Christmas shopping, and then after that, everyone's going to start jumping into buying dinner, food, and all that stuff to get ready for the holidays. So
Is that when y'all having y'all sales? Like
It's-
later on in the month?
No, it started today.
Oh, it's the 2-week one,
It's
right?
a 2-week one. Yep, the 11-day ad. If you want to count Monday, even though we're not here Monday. But yeah, everything's basically on sale. Everything baking because Christmas is mostly baking instead of mostly cooking.
That's
So,
not bad.
but yeah. So no, it's gonna be
That's
interesting,
not
man. It's
bad.
gonna be interesting. So, if you see me coming home late or anything like that,
I'm right there with you. What you mean?
that's
We
that's
gonna be
true.
home late as fuck.
That's true. Well, that's the thing too, because I try to get into the gym, but then I know traffic is like stupid heavy, so it's like I'm stuck in traffic. I'm like, I gotta go to the gym. But I'm glad nobody goes on the treadmill because everyone's on the weights. As soon as 5 o'clock hits, Jeff, that gym is ridiculously packed.
Sheesh.
I hate it.
Sheesh.
It's ridiculously packed. So
What about the stairs? Do you ever have the stairs free?
females are always on the stairs? No offense to the women, but they are always on the stairmaster.
feel
I can never walk in there where they're not on the stairmaster. So I always have. So
or bleachers
yeah.
like that.
Because remember, there was World Gym by Publix that got shut down after COVID,
Right.
and that belonged to the guy's father,
Who owns your gym?
who owns our gym. Yeah, the son that's his gym, and then of course his dad owned the other one. But COVID happened, it shut down. Now everybody's flocking to this gym because there's no other gym.
Did they ever fill in that space? What did that turn into?
What?
The old World Gym place.
I don't know. I still think it's empty. I don't think they found somebody to.
No, they did replace it.
With what?
It was in the old Publix Plaza, right?
No, it's still in the Publix Plaza.
World Gym is not in that Publix Plaza, sir.
Yeah. It was right next to 1443. Remember?
It's not there anymore.
It's not there. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
It's not.
It's not.
But
Because remember, they rebuilt the whole plaza anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know what they put there, or if it's still vacant.
I think it was a liquor store. That turned into a liquor store. That little breakfast place.
Damn, that's a big. Yeah. Oh, and I know Three Peppers came in too because that
Right.
Store.
That was a T-Mobile.
There was a T-Mobile store right there. So I don't know what they put in the world because I never walk that corner and I barely go to the Publix in Lehigh, so I don't know.
You walk in corners, Jeff?
Yeah.
How much you make? How much you make a night?
I'm slinging it though. So.
You what?
Yeah. You heard me. I'm slinging it.
I'm dead.
Yeah, trying to make that dough.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, man. So no, but yeah, tis the season. It's almost at the end. New Year's coming in. I already started seeing new people come in with gym membership. So some people are doing like before the new
pre-New Year.
the pre-New Year, and then
Yeah, why don't they do any end of the year deals instead of wait till New Year?
remember COVID hit. Because remember when you went, I asked, are they still doing any deals? So you don't have to pay the $89 to start your
Yeah,
gym
that was
membership.
crazy.
And they told you no because of COVID. We had to cut back on a lot of things and blah blah blah. But what I love is they didn't bring up our gym membership. It's still $31.79.
That's
I know you would think that they would do that, but they didn't.
what's the average gym membership? 'Cause I remember.
Well, if you're talking crunch, $10.
$10.
But if you cancel, they make you pay for the rest of the year.
Oh, it's a contract.
You what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't tell you that. They don't tell you that on paper. That's like they're like, crunch, you $1 to start, 10 a month. Yeah, because you're slowly paying off the entire year or 2 years contract. So, but they don't tell you that until you start talking to people that go to Crunch, and they're like, oh no, if you cancel your membership, you're paying for the rest of the year.
I feel that.
That's why they make it $10 because it's contractual.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But does that come with free shakes? And doesn't that come with free
Nah.
drinks? And you still got to pay
Yeah,
for
you still
that?
got to pay for that. Your gym membership is cheap because for me, I pay $31, but
Right. But you get free shakes?
no, I pay $7 for shake. I wasn't gonna say I got free shakes. I'm just letting you know, it's the same thing. They
Wait.
just charge you less.
But you pay more.
But, yeah, and their shakes are probably a lot more. Yeah, their shakes are probably a lot more. I wouldn't blame it. You know what I'm saying? So their shakes are probably
How much do you think are their shakes, Jeff?
probably
Because, think about it, right?
$15. Do you think it's 15?
If your gym membership is $35, when you're paying $7 a shake.
Yeah. So technically,
Right.
you're paying 40, especially if you consistently get shakes.
I got you.
Yeah. So if
They
you're-
should do a deal.
Yeah.
The moment you buy a shake, all the rest of the shakes are free.
Or if you buy a certain amount, because I know.
Or pay $20 and then all the shakes are free.
Well, I know our gym does the whole. If you buy 10 shakes, then your next one will be free. Or if you do the whole, or if it's your birthday.
In a day?
No, not in a day.
Okay.
Just throughout the course. Throughout the course of the.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So it's like a punch card, like you get at not Starbucks.
And then after that, all the shakes are free?
No, you have to start all over again. Them motherfuckers.
When do the shakes become
They
free?
don't become free together. This ain't like doctor's visits where you do the copay till everything is free. You pay for everything, motherfucker. What the fuck? Yeah.
Then what's the point of the punch card?
Nothing's free.
Why?
No,
Why
I'm
the
saying
punch
it's
card?
like a punch card. So they look at your profile and they're like, oh, remember when you came with me that one day? I think it was.
So it's just every 10 you get a free shake?
Yes. So you have to.
Does that free shake count towards the next 10?
No.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. What?
So it's like every 10 that you buy, you get the next
You
one.
know what kind of how cool that system would be?
What?
Eventually, every shake would be a free shake. If the free shake counted towards the next
shit.
10,
Yeah.
you'd just end up getting free shake.
Yeah, but you know they can't do that. So, but yeah, man. There's different things with different. There's different things with different gyms. I don't know.
Infinite shake glitch. What the fuck?
So I don't know how the other gyms work, LA Fitness or anything like that. But I did find out from a coworker that if you do quit, it's like breaking the contract, so you pay for the rest. So unfortunately, that's what you got to do. But no, yeah, man, season is in full swing. College students are taking their finals now, getting ready. You got some of them graduating in the winter, and then you got some of them getting ready to graduate for next year. But yeah, man, the year's in full swing again. We're moving fast, and it's here we go. We got a lot going on. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. Election year too, so.
Who's my dummy?
Cooking. It's about to be dummy. It's gonna cook. It's gonna be spicy.
Gas is like
What are you doing?
gas is like two
What is she doing?
$2.99. I don't know.
I don't know what she's
Like,
doing. What is happening?
She knows where we're hoarding.
What is happening? Well, go ahead.
Yeah, like gas is like $2.99. So I think they're starting to bring it down so they can get the votes that they need, and then after that, skyrocket that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
You voted for nothing. You ain't getting shit.
Sensational.
All they're gonna say is sensational.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah,
Crazy,
man.
Crazy.
But yeah. What about you, man? You ready?
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do like a Wednesday, Thursday?
Remember, next year is that's when I begin my mission to get a house.
Yes, and then I start my countdown next year too
Mm-hmm. So I gotta.
to move on to bigger and better things. So
I feel that.
yeah, so that literally starts next year. Once I finish paying my loan for the closing on my house, and I move on to the next chapter in my life. So I'm ready for that, man.
How do you know when you're in the next chapter of your life?
This is it.
It wasn't yesterday.
No, it was 6 months ago when I realized, when I had an epiphany. When I had an epiphany and I realized who I am as a person, where I need to be, what I need to sacrifice in order to get there.
Is my nose running?
Yes, your nose is running
Oh, it's
because
tough.
you're hot and cold.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, right? It's just you.
You have a tissue?
No.
Nope.
Nah, we don't do that here.
That's tough.
But yeah, man.
You want to take us? Are we done?
I don't know.
This is it?
Yeah. You got some more? What you got?
Nope.
I
I
brought-
already preached and gave
I brought
my
Tesla, food certifications. I mean,
and gave my stupid diatribe in the beginning.
man.
No,
And
still
congratulations. I mean, it's been a long year, and
Congratulations, what?
congratulations.
Let him cook!
Oh,
You
wrong button.
what?
Oh, wrong button again. Yeah, congratulations on a long year. You were of weight loss. You were literally at 260, and now you're at 194. So congratulations on
This
that.
was not a choice. I did not choose this.
Yeah, but you're happy. You're good.
I did not
You're
choose
way
this.
better. You're way better position now than you were.
You know how much I've sacrificed?
You know how much I said? All the fat that kept you warm.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You can't do this to me. What the fuck?
You know how much I
You know how much I've sacrificed?
No, but good job, man. Like you're
Yeah, but now I'm cold
all the time.
all the time.
I'm sorry.
That sucks.
Yep. You better get that.
I feel vulnerable.
You better get that winter coat.
Like someone high fives like my back and displace my fucking liver or some shit like
No,
that.
but
Like
that's what's
that's
up.
scary, man.
No, but like I said, I'm proud of you, man. Like literally.
I don't know how skinny
I know
people can do
was.
it.
I know it wasn't voluntary or anything like that.
Nah, I don't know how skinny people can do it. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. I feel like the wind can blow through me. Like my organs can feel the wind. It's scary. It's scary.
Your
man.
phone just rang. No, but like I said, man. Congrats on all that weight. What is that like?
I don't even know. Half
lot-
of me,
a lot of
another
weight.
of me,
A lot of weight.
a two of me,
I gotta calculate this.
a whole
This
me,
motherfucker's like a toothpick now,
a whole me, a quarter me,
right?
a third of me.
So you've lost 66 pounds of fat. Now you gotta build that muscle. Trying to get them gains.
I don't know.
No, seriously, man. Good job on that.
You think? Yeah. All right. I guess I'll take it.
Yeah,
Oh,
good job.
thank you, Jeff.
Just don't stop. I don't want you pudgy anymore.
I want to be.
This is what I'm used to. You better stay like
No. I decide how I look when I feel like it.
do this to me.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? No one's gonna tell me how I need to look.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Shit. All right, man. What you got,
adapt
man? What
to
you
my
got?
environment.
What you got?
What do I
Yeah,
got?
come on. Talk to me. Let's
Man,
do
I
it.
gotta make. Okay, I don't got to. This is not a job. I'm not gonna force myself to do it. But I want to make some art pieces before the end of the year.
All right, let's do it.
And I also gotta get started on my
Your portfolio?
compilation.
Compilation?
Sure. Both of those.
People say it too.
Both
different ways.
words.
Compilation, compilation.
You know what I'm saying? Both of those words. For my portfolio this year. So
Okay.
that's gonna be nice.
Mhm.
And since I picked up new skills, it's gonna be better than the last.
Yeah,
You know?
there you go. I'll be ready to see that.
Ooh, you know what I really. Let me not say that. Take us home, Jeff.
That's it?
Yep.
No? Ain't got nothing else?
Is there something else? Is
Uh-huh.
there something I'm supposed to say?
Is there? You tell me. You're retarded. Alright, guys. Thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, which is going to be soon gone, Pandora, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, One Word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. You have a good night, weekend, evening, and day, and we'll see you on Tuesday. I just wanted to press that button. I don't know why I pressed it.
Indeed. All right, y'all. Bye.
They were my best friends growing up from Black Can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was
Whoa,